Okay, so if you do not know, you're living under a rock. But California is experiencing a lot of very bad wildfires to the point where it's like apparently going at like a couple football fields a minute or some crazy shit. The big ones right now that I can see on the fire.ca.gov site, it's the Kenneth Fire. Palisades seems to be the worst with like 19,000 acres in flames. The Eaton Fire is right behind that with 13,000 something. The Lydia Fire and the Hearst Fire, and a lot of little ones here and there. There have been people who basically have just lost everything. I'm not even going to try to sugarcoat it. People losing their homes. Thankfully, a good bit of them at least were able to evacuate. I'm hoping a lot of people evacuated, but you never know. There's so many people that are just pretty much without a home right now. And it's awful. I feel bad for all of them. I wish there was something that could be done to help them, but at the moment they're just doing all they can, sending the firefighters out there doing that. I saw, even if I'm correct, I think Canada sent down one of them water planes to do some cool shit and dump the water on the fire. But it's like, unfortunately, this is insane. It just keeps ramping up. I don't know if they got any of them under, like, control yet. I heard about one specifically, I forget which one in particular, but they, like, stopped it from progressing, at least. So it's like, that's a small, but, like, still a good victory. At least it's not going to go any further, but they got to contain it. But this is just insane. You see a lot of people basically helping out neighbors, and I think that's really cool. Like, I saw this one girl on TikTok. She had a neighbor who lost power, but she didn't. So she got all of their, like, frozen foods, like the meat and all that stuff, put it in her freezer, helping them charge mobile banks and all that stuff. So I think that's neat, that they're able to just help each other out, and they're, like, in the safe zone. But unfortunately, like, a lot of people just lost everything. Houses, cars, whatever the hell. And it is just insane how bad it is. So people at the moment, unfortunately, are bickering over a little shit. Like, I'm just going to read off the one thing. It's like, LA appointed its first female LGBTQ fire chief. And people are complaining over that, saying she was like, someone said she was a DEI hire. They're just basically saying she's there for show. And I'm like, you're stupid. I did see someone kind of, like, rebuttal that, or whatever you call it, like, respond to it, showing all her credentials and shit. So, it's like, why worry about that? Why are we bickering and bitching over who does what when we can focus on this? I think one of the bigger things I've noticed people talking about, apparently, the LA mayor, she cut funding, apparently, to the fire department, which I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. Like, and it was like millions. I think it was like 15 million or something like that. I don't remember off the top of my head because I'm tired and I just want to kind of push this out quick just so people can see it. But then also, State Farm canceled fire insurance a couple months ago for a lot of people. Like, they just kind of canceled all of it out of nowhere. So people are, like, really pissed at them. And I saw someone, I'm not even going to say the comment, but they're, like, saying, hey, the CEO should respond to this in some way. You can take from that what you will, maybe. But, yeah, that's a shitty thing that they just canceled fire insurance, apparently. What the fuck? And if I'm correct, California is, like, known for wildfires, or, like, that's, like, a thing you see there. If you know anyone that is out in that area, please, if you can, help them evacuate. Neighbors, if you know someone who is without power and they need, like, at least basic, like, hey, can you just help me plug this in? Help them out. Just, at this time, it's not a time to be picky against each other, like, fighting against each other, especially in this situation. Like, holy hell. I don't know any charities that are out there now that are helping with this. I think there were some last time when it happened, but I'm more than certain a lot of people have already talked about if there is any, so I just kind of wanted to share if you didn't know, and I'll put the fire map on there as well as like a link to one of the news sites that seems to be updating very frequently. But other than that, I will see you in the next video.